Thanks for joining me on the mat today. This is going to be a beginner 20-minute yoga practice in the Ashtanga yoga sequence. If any of the moves are too difficult or too foreign to you, you can always click the link up here. I'm going to link an introduction to Ashtanga yoga where it breaks each posture down individually. I only want you to explore what's possible for you today without being critical of what you can and cannot do. Beginning with Surya Namaskara A, releasing the hands to the side. We're going to inhale, then take the arms up, palms touch above the head. Exhale, coming down through center, bringing the hands maybe to the shins, maybe to the floor. Inhale, lift the head up and take the hands about 6 inches to a foot in front of the feet and walk the feet back. We're going to exhale, lowering all the way down to a low push-up, all the way down to the belly. Belly stays on the ground. Inhale, pull the chest up. Tuck the toes under, press the hips back, moving through the top of a push-up, and then reaching them back to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, I want you to focus more on the legs. So here, keep the legs engaged. Kneecaps lift. I want the feet to be in an internal rotation. So have the heels wider apart than the big toes. This kind of pigeon toes in the feet a little bit. Keep your quadriceps active. Do not let the kneecaps slip down. If you keep your quadriceps active, you can lengthen the hamstrings. So your entire focus here is breathing and keeping your quads engaged. Have the hands come out as far forward as possible. In this exhale, I want you to walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift the head up, and exhale, lower down. Then inhale, take the arms all the way up, palms touch above the head. Exhale, release the hands down to the side. Okay, we're going to do that again. Inhale, taking the arms up, palms touch, look at the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands down through center. Inhale, lifting the head up, walking the hands forward. And then this time, maybe stepping the opposite leg back, walking back slowly, lowering all the way down, pulling the shoulders down the back, letting the belly rest on the ground. Inhale, lift just the heart up. Then exhale, press through the push-up once again, taking the hips back and up. The last one we focused more on the legs. This one, try to focus on the arms. The arms are going to be in an external rotation this time. So you bend the elbows out to the side and then wrap the elbows back towards the knees. This creates a widening sensation across the upper back. The arms stay in this external rotation. If it's too much to think about the arms and the legs, then I want you to just focus on one area today. Coming back to your breath. Do not hold the breath. Keep breathing. Breathe slowly. And then exhale, walk, step, or jump the feet forward. And inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, release the head back down. Inhale, give a slight bend to the knees and take the arms all the way back up, palms touch above the head. Exhale, release the hands to the side. This will be the third one. Inhale, taking the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, releasing the hands down through center. Inhale, head comes up. Hands go about 1.5 feet forward, and maybe practice jumping back as you lower down all the way to the belly. Inhale, lifting the chest up only. And then exhale, press back through the push-up all the way back, downward facing dog. And choose your adventure here. Maybe you focus on the arms, keeping the arms in an external rotation. Maybe your focus is to be completely driven into the shoulders today and you want arm strength. Perhaps you want to focus more on the legs and you want to lengthen your hamstrings. So keep the legs in this internal rotation. Keep the quadriceps engaged. Do not bend the knees. I know this is not what you normally hear in a yoga class where they say to bend the knees, but that's not helping you lengthen your hamstrings. Keep your legs engaged. Internal rotation will focus on the medial hamstring muscle. And then exhale the breath. Walk, step, maybe bounce, froggy bounce to the top of the mat. Inhale the head up, and exhale, lower down. And inhale, take the arms up, palms touch above the head. And exhale, release the hands to the side. We're going to move to Surya Namaskara B, so turn the legs out. And then slowly lower down. Try to take the knees far away from each other as you try and pull the heels of the ankles together. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Bring the hands forward again, maybe 1.5 feet. Maybe try jumping back again. Maybe you float back. Wherever you're at, this is your practice. Inhale, lift the chest forward and up. And exhale, press the hips up and back. Now we're going to step the right foot forward. In between the hands, turn the left heel down. Keeping the right knee bent, inhale, take the arms up. Palms try and touch above the head. And exhale, plant the hands down. Stepping back, and pull the chest forward and down, keeping the shoulders retracted down the back. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, press through the push-up once again. Now we're going to move the left foot forward. Comes in between the hands. Back heel moves down. Inhale, take the arms up, palms touch above the head. And exhale, step back and pull the chest forward and down. Inhale, pulling the heart forward and up. And exhale, the hips back and up. Now this time the legs should still be in this internal rotation. If your focus is on the legs today, if we're focusing on keeping the length in the hamstrings, so keep this internal rotation. If your focus is more on the arms, you can come back to the arms, keeping this external rotation. Again, this is your practice. It does not need to look like my practice. It should look like your practice, where you're at today, finding a beginner's practice. Try to refine your breath, maybe trying to slow it all down. We're going to walk, step, or jump the feet forward. Maybe you practice jumping. Maybe you still walk. Inhale, lift the head up. And exhale, lower the head down. Turn the toes out like first position of ballet. Bend the knees, sinking the hips as low as they can go. Keeping the knees reaching away from each other as you start to straighten the legs, releasing the hands to the side. Once again, find the knees reaching away from each other as you exhale, lower all the way down. Straighten the legs, and inhale, lift the head up. And walk, step, maybe baby jumps all the way back, lowering down to the low push-up. Inhale, pull the chest forward and up. And press through the push-up. Downward dog, stepping the right foot forward. Keep the right knee bent and take the arms up above the head. And step the right foot back and pull the chest forward and down as you lower down to the low push-up. Inhale the chest up and press back through the push-up to downward facing dog and step the left foot forward. Maybe it gets in between the hands, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, take the arms up, and then exhale, bring the hands back down and step back, pulling the chest forward and down. Inhale, pulling the chest forward and up. Exhale, press through, find downward facing dog. Maybe it's enough for you to just focus on your breath here. If you're feeling out of breath, maybe you need to come back to the knees and just take a couple breaths to regain composure. There's no judgment here. You're doing this in the privacy of your own room. Maybe you do focus on the hamstrings again, and the legs are straight. Or maybe it's just about the breath. Exhale, going to walk, step, or jump the feet forward. And inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, lower the head down. Turn the toes out, bend the knees, sink the hips all the way down like you're sitting in a chair. Then slowly straighten the legs, releasing the hands to the side. Then separate the feet about 6 inches apart. Inhale, come forward, try and grab a hold of the big toes. And exhale, tip the weight forward into the toes. Keep the legs straight. I don't care if you get the toes. Maybe the hands need to go further forward in the mat. But here we're focused solely on the legs. Keep the legs straight. Internal rotation in the legs. The heels should be wider apart than the big toes. Inhale, lift the head up. The next posture is Padahastasana, where the hands slide underneath the feet, if that's possible. And then exhale, tip the weight forward. Again, keep this internal rotation happening in the legs. Keep your quadriceps engaged. Keeping the weight moving forward towards the toes. 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. And exhale, release the hands. Bend the knees and come back up to standing with the hands down by the side. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose is next. So stepping the right foot back, keeping your focus on the left leg. I want the back leg in an external rotation. So keep the knee reaching towards the front of the wall. Maybe your right hand lowers down and grabs a hold of the shin. Maybe it's on the floor. Maybe it's holding on to the big toe. I want your entire focus to be more on the left leg than it is on what your right hand can grab. Your left leg is an external rotation. The left quadricep is engaged. Keep the legs straight. Focus more on that left hip. And inhale, rising up, turning the right toes in, left toes turn to face the front of the room. And keeping the focus on the right leg now in an external rotation as you reach down. Maybe the left hand gets to the shin, maybe it gets to the foot, maybe the floor or a block, maybe it holds on to the toe. The focus should be on your back leg. In this case, it's your right leg, keeping the focus, external rotation of the leg, keeping the knee trying to reach towards the back wall behind you. This allows length in through the glute medial muscle as well as in through the QL muscle in the back. And then we're going to twist this posture. So coming back up, turn the left toes in, right toes turn to face the back of the room. Come down forward in between the legs and then turn, bringing your left hand either to the floor in front, maybe to the foot or the shin before taking the right arm up. But again, we're going to focus on this back leg. I want the focus here. So this back leg is externally rotated. Your left leg, the quadriceps is engaged. You're trying to reach the left leg back behind you. External rotation. Then inhale, rising all the way back up. Turning the right toes in, left toes turn to face the front. And again, come down dead through center. Bringing the right hand towards the mat, maybe it gets to the foot or the shin before taking the left arm up, but focus on your back leg. In this case, focus on the right leg, keeping this external rotation. The goal is not to get to the floor. The goal is to feel a stretch through your back leg, through the back glute medial muscle, through the back QL muscle. Inhale, coming all the way back up to standing. And Samastitihi, stepping the feet to touch at the top of the mat. Utthita Parshvakonasana, wide-legged side angle. So taking a wide step back with the right leg, I want you to bend the right knee. Keep bending into the knee and see how deep you can sit into this side squat before placing the right elbow on the knee, or maybe the hand gets down towards the ground. And then reach the left arm back behind you. Again, the focus is on this back leg. I want you to try and press down through the left pinky toe of the foot. This keeps an arch in your left foot. Trying to press down through the outside edge of your left foot. The left leg is externally rotated. And inhale, rising all the way back up. Right toes turn in, left toes turn to face the front. Bend into the left knee. See how deep you can squat before you bring the elbow down to the knee, or maybe you press the hand all the way down towards the ground. Try and reach back with the right hip. You're trying to press down through the right pinky toe to keep an arch in your right foot. The right hip is reaching back as your right arm is reaching towards the front of the room. 4, 5, inhale, rising up. Now we're going to twist side angle. So lower the back knee down. Take your left arm across. Maybe the elbow just gets to the knee. Eventually, I want you to think about trying to get your entire shoulder on the outside edge of your right knee. Maybe the back leg can stand up. Maybe the back heel gets down. Again, find the position, the variation that's going to work better for you. Keep the stomach pulled in throughout the twist. Breathe only through the chest. Keep the stomach pulling in. 4, 5, and inhale, rising up. Right toes turn in. Left toes turn to face the front. Lower the right knee down. We're going to take the right arm across. Maybe the elbow only gets to the knee today. Maybe you try and bring the right shoulder all the way down to the outside edge of the knee. Keep your stomach pulling in. This protects your lumbar spine. Maybe the back leg can stand up. Maybe the heel gets down to the floor. We are all at different levels of beginners here. Find your beginner level. Stay here for 5 breaths. 3, 4, 5. And inhale, rising all the way back up, untwisting, and stepping the feet to touch at the top of the mat. Awesome. All right, now we're going to do wide-legged forward folds. So take the right foot, step back, find this internal rotation of the legs, and exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the head up, and exhale, lower all the way back down. Tip the weight forward towards the toes. Keep your quadriceps engaged. Knees do not bend. Find this internal rotation. Your toes should be more inward than your heels. Pigeon toe the feet. Keep this internal rotation to focus solely on this medial hamstring muscle. Inhale, lift the head up only. Exhale, and inhale, rise all the way back up. Keep the feet in this wide-legged posture. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. The B variation is to take the hands to the hips. Inhale, lifting the chest again. And exhale, lower the head back down. If that's uncomfortable, you can come back with the hands again. But keep this internal rotation with the legs. Quadriceps stay lifted. Kneecaps stay lifted. Feet stay in this internal rotation. 4, 5. Inhale, rising all the way back up. We're going to do the C variation. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, and then interlock the hands behind the back. Again, inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, tip the weight forward towards the toes, trying to keep the palms squeezing together. Don't let the hands come apart. Keep this internal rotation in the legs. Keep your weight moving towards the toes. Kneecaps stay lifted. 3, 4, 5. And inhale, rising all the way back up. Hands come to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, come forward. Maybe grabbing a hold of the big toes. Maybe that's impossible, so your hands are further forward on the mat. Again, keep the legs straight, kneecaps lifted, internal rotation in the legs. Pull the elbows out to the side if you're holding on to the toes. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, step the feet to touch at the top of the mat. Parshvottanasana, pyramid pose. Take the hands together behind the back, either making fists behind the back or holding on to opposite elbows, maybe taking a reverse prayer position. The right foot steps back. And exhale, come down through center. Pull the stomach in and then twist over towards the right side. Keep your focus on the back leg. Try and keep the back leg externally rotated, trying to press down through the pinky side of the foot, keeping the arch of the left foot lifted. Focus more on the back leg than you are on the front. Then inhale, coming back to center, rising up. Turn the right toes in, left toes turn to face the front of the room. Exhale, come down through center, and then pull the stomach in and twist over towards the left leg. Focus on your right leg, keeping the right leg externally rotated, trying to press down through the outside edge of the right foot, lifting through the arch of the right foot. This allows you to focus on your QL muscle on the right side. And inhale, rising up, coming back through center. And exhale, step the feet to touch at the top of the mat. That's awesome. You moved through 6 postures today. We're going to come to seated, so inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing the hands forward about 6 inches to a foot in front. Maybe walk, step, or jump back again. Inhale, lifting the chest up. And exhale, pressing back through downward facing dog. And then you're going to walk, step, or jump the feet through, coming into a seated position. I'm trying to take a comfortable seat. So maybe you take Padmasana, where the right leg can comfortably cross on top of the left leg. Maybe that's as far as you can go today. Maybe the left leg can comfortably cross and you can take full Padmasana. Again, it's finding your comfortable seat. And bring the arms around the back, holding on to opposite elbows. Eventually, you're going to be able to grab a hold of the toes at some point in the future. And then lower down, bringing the chin towards the floor, maybe the forehead towards the floor for 5 breaths, slowing the breath down. And then inhale, rising up, bringing the first finger and thumb to touch with the hands resting on the knees, trying to sit up straight. Allow the shoulders to pull down the back. And focus again on the breath, noticing how much easier it is. You've done an awesome job today. We have one more posture where the hands rest down by the side, and we're going to try and lift the hips off of the ground. Use up all of your energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. You can lower down. You did great. Eventually, you'll be able to hold for 10 breaths. But if you did 5 today, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Thank you for sharing this practice. It's really cool. means a lot to share this with you. Lay down, take rest. Maybe pause the video here so that you can take as long of a rest as you need to without commercials chiming in and distracting you. Thank you.